Hey everybody, Chevy, Nobody Else's Auto. Thanks for stopping by tonight and check out what we got going on. Tonight we're back in the new yard and we got kind of a mismatch of a little bit of everything tonight. As you've seen, if you've been watching these videos with us, there's really literally no organization to anything in here. So I've got my hands full, I've got my work cut out for me as I integrate all these cars into my stuff and try to get things into like type sections. But what we're showing you on these videos is just exactly how it is right now, what I've got to deal with. So one thing about it, you never know what's coming up next, because I don't either. It just depends on what we get in the row and what happened to have gotten dropped there 30 or 40 years ago in that section. And that's definitely what we've got tonight. We've got kind of a mishmash of a little bit of everything and stuff that's got to be cleaned up and organized. We can tell here we've got doors off. It looks like a 53, 54 Chevy, a rolled up hood for a 47 or 48 Chevy. Engines, flathead Ford, 6-cylinder Chevrolets, literally just dropped on the ground decades and decades ago. Old shopping carts even laying around. So all kinds of stuff that I'm going to have to clean up and organize, but we'll get there. I've got time. You know, it's just going to be a lot of time and effort to do it, but now that I've got it and it's right, it's a property that's right next to mine, so I can start integrating it. It's just going to find the hours in the day to clean it up and do that. A couple of cool vehicles we got, or the remains of a couple of cool vehicles tonight. Mid 20s to late 20s era Chevrolet. I'm not sure what this was. There's no back half of the body here. It is a smaller wheel, so it was probably a car or a lighter duty pickup. As we can see, it was a 4-cylinder, so it's probably a 28 on back, and 29 is when Chevy went to a 6-cylinder. So don't know what it was, because there's not really any back half of the body left. You know, something apparently hit it in the front and damaged the radiator and bent the grill. But, you know, the fenders are here, the running boards are here, the dash is there, the cowl's there, the cowl lights are there. Those cowl lights, I think, are 27, 28 era, so which would coincide with the 4-cylinder engine. So we're going to call this probably about a 27, 28 Chevrolet of some variation, not really sure what. But that's what it was at one point. As we work our way around to this next Chevrolet, obviously scrap iron just was stacked wherever there was a place. This appears to have been a car. It did have rear fenders on it. It did have wire wheels on it. If we look under the pile of scrap iron, we can see where it had kind of a rear apron on the back. So I think this one was a car. If we come around the front, we'll work our way over this direction where we can kind of see the front of this amongst all the junk in the trees. This was a 6-cylinder, so this is probably a 29, 30, 31 era. It still has the remains of the radiator and grill shell in it. It does have front fenders. The cowl and dash stuff is all still there. So a couple years newer than the other one. There again, the back half of the body is not there, so not 100% sure what it was originally. And this real early stuff, I don't know all that well. I'm not extremely well versed in it. So there again, more stuff to study and learn on. We'll keep working our way this direction. We've got piles of blocks and all kinds of stuff to deal with. But if we get over here, we've got another chassis. This was a 42 to 47 Ford pickup. It had to have been a pickup chassis. It did have full-length running boards. Obviously no cab, no bed. But we can come around the front. It does still have the front fenders. It does still have the grill shell. Has some really cool accessory bumper guards on it. And these, obviously, you know, with the full-length running boards, this had to have been some sort of a pickup, so they should be pickup front fenders, which are obviously extremely hard to find. You know, that bar there needs to be retacked in, but the grill shell is solid. It's not all rotted away. The teeth are missing, but we still got a good panel there to work with. The running boards have some rot. Once again, though, they are fixable, and the frame looks pretty decent. So it looks like it's had a cross member cut out of it, but the rest of the rails and everything look good. Next to this old Ford chassis, we've got a 41 to 46 era Chevy truck. Let's take a look here at the back window. This did not have the separate back window frame in it like the early cars did, or the early trucks did. So this is probably a 46, maybe a real early 47 truck. Once again, fairly stripped. The doors are gone, the grill's gone, the hood's gone. We do still have fenders, we do still have a cab. So obviously definitely still some pieces there. And this was a bigger truck. It was a 1.5 tons. We can tell by the flatbed and the big wheels that it has on it. But there again, they're not making them anymore. So even though it's rough and stripped down, just like the Ford chassis, there are still pieces there that people can use. So one more thing we're going to catch tonight. We got one more pile to show you. This is stuff that I really don't know much about. This is really before a lot of the stuff I mess with, almost out of my wheelhouse. From what I've been told from the guys that have seen it, this is pretty much all Model T stuff. And like I said, I don't know a lot about Model T stuff. So they're again going to take some studying. There's some body parts, there's doors, there's differentials, there's front axles, there's frames, there's sheet metal, there's cowl panels, there's windshield frames, there's running boards. Just kind of a mismatch of everything. Now, you know, there's a frame right there, looks like Model T. You know, there's another door, there's some fenders, there's a pedal assembly, there's a firewall. We get back here, there's more fenders. There's more axle assemblies over there. And this stuff is really not something that I'm that strong in. And the pile even continues a little bit over to here. We can see here's some more sheet metal, some more running boards, more fenders, more axles, more frames. And like I said, just don't know a lot about it, but there are several fenders in that pile right there. So there's still some good stuff there. You know, a lot of these Model Ts aren't being restored back to original anymore. However, they do make good hot rods. There's a lot of good hot rod pieces, a lot of good rat rod pieces here. So, and like I said, I don't know a lot about it. It's just a part of the market I've never messed with a heck of a lot and don't have a ton of knowledge in. But it's here and we'll figure it out one of these days. So, but definitely wanted to show it to you so you guys can see it and know it's here. And maybe sometimes you guys can help enlighten me, because that happens quite a bit too. I get good feedback, and then people teach me stuff. So that's how I learn, just like everybody else. We all help each other in this hobby, and that's how we learn, and that's how it comes about. So that's what we've got for you tonight. As always, thanks for watching. I super appreciate you stopping by, taking a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me. If you're on Facebook, please share the video with your friends. Invite them to come over and like the page so they can hang out with us. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Tell all your other buddies about me. See if they want to come hang out. Check out my other car videos. That's all I know, so I really can't do videos on much else, so that's why we do car videos. But having a lot of fun doing these. If you need parts, looking for a specific vehicle, give me a call, 620-786-4428. Having that conversation with you on the phone for a few seconds is the only way I know exactly what you're building, what your goal is for what to be when you want it, when it's done, what pieces you need, things like that. I've got to have that information so I know whether or not I may have something out here that can help you out with your project. So be sure to give me a shout if you have any questions. Be sure to check out the F&E Collector Auto Auction coming up on October 3rd in Great Bend, Kansas at the Expo Grounds. We're listing a ton of super cool inventory for that auction. Some great cars going to be there that day. Try to be here and join us on October 3rd. If you can't be here live, check us out on Proxy Bid. Proxy Bid is who we use for online bidding, so you can bid from anywhere in the world. Check that out. If you've got cars you want to consign, give me a call. We'd be more than happy to get you in. Try to be here that day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are on Facebook and YouTube under F&E Collector Auto Auctions, or check out our website for the most current inventory, feclassiccarauction.com. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, everybody, taking a few minutes and hanging out with me tonight. We'll see you on the next video.